So, moving on, we are on to the mailbag, and I will never get tired of that jingle. The first question we have is, it's new, and it's going to get us going. Who should be the next James Bond? I don't know if either of you are massive James Bond fans, but let's go to Harry first. Who do you think should be replacing the great Daniel Craig?
I don't think I like James Bond, and yet I watch every single film as soon as it comes out. I think it's like a British institution. It's like I've got to see the new Doctor Who is. I don't actually care, but I'd like to know. Is this going to sound bad? It shouldn't be Idris Elba.
I'm not sure I like Idris Elba. Like, I think he's done some good...
I'm so glad you said that. I hate Idris Elba. I think he's so average as an actor. What's he done that everyone's going mental for?
So I think the problem is films... What was that film I watched that was really good? About the kind of African child soldiers. I thought that was quite good.
Beasts of No Nation, and he is good in that.
Yeah. And then on the bit more kind of fantasy side, he did... Wow, I've forgotten what this is called. Pacific Rim. Where, big robot mechs fighting each other and fighting monsters. So he's had like a few good performances, but in general, I don't think... I find him too kind of cringily popular, and everyone is aboard this hype train, and I'm kind of like... I feel like at this point, I'm completely for a black or minority James Bond, but I think it should be someone who is like a rising star actor. Someone who's kind of like, this gives them a chance to show the world that they are a really good actor.
Who would you pick then? Because looking at the people who they keep touting for James, it's either whoever's just had a vaguely successful crime drama on BBC One, or any of Henry Cavill, Michael Fassbender, Tom Hiddleston, and Idris Elba. Or Tom Hardy. Who should it actually be?
So personally, I think it should be someone like Daniel Kaluuya, but maybe the next Daniel Kaluuya.
Mate, that'd be so funny if he did that after he has that spoof role in Johnny English as well. Go from like fake spy to actual spy.
I think he's kind of reached that point where he is also well known enough that give it to someone who's a bit less in the limelight. But I really like him, and I think the amount of the world we live in right now, you got to be careful with James Bond because it is getting old, and his kind of persona does need to kind of adapt a little bit. Or,
because this is the thing as well.
It could be a woman as well. I have no issue with 007 being a woman.
So this is almost interesting because you've said your point there. So Will, does something like James Bond bother you if they try and change things like race or gender, or because James Bond inherently was he a really misogynistic, like homophobic character who smoked and drank like mad, and they've had to cut all these aspects out because they don't sit well in modern cinema. Because I am someone who is a bit of a stickler for, I like trying to stay faithful to the origin, to the source material in terms of who they cast in those sort of roles. However, I accept the need for change when it comes to things like he's inherently just a shit bloke. Let's pick three names. If you've each got a name, say it. So Rory, if you had to pick one person right now, who?
Yeah, it would be Daniel Kaluuya.
Okay, Will. He's got to think of an actor.
I do.
You can't have Daniel Craig. He's already done it. I know how much you like Sean Connery. He's already done it.
He's been and gone. Literally. Oh, rest his soul.
Yeah, R.I.P. I forgot. That might not land.
Yeah, I don't feel informed enough to put a name forward, to be honest. I'm trying to look at names that are touted, but it's like the person I would want to pick, or like the people I would consider picking for the
gun to your head, Will. Who are you picking?
Well, I'd pick Tom Hardy. I think he might be a good fit, but his career's already really established, so that kind of contradicts what I've already said.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm in the same sort of boat as you. I would say Michael Fassbender, because I wanted to do a project that doesn't suck, and also because I quite like him, but literally because I can't think of anyone else who suits the role.